Hoitze had a night in stable stays last night. When he came out this morning, I thought it was a good opportunity to show him his house and garden, because I know that when there's something new, he can sometimes be quite excitable. Well, he was very excitable because there's flappy plastic out there, which of course is terrifying for him. So I had left the gate open, so he decided that he wanted to disappear, and he decided to head off down to the orchard, which is where we are now. So Frey's in the background there with his little buddy, and he's going to spend the Easter weekend out in the field munching nice grass. Here he comes. Good boy. Good boy. You're okay. You're okay. It's just a bit of plastic. I showed Hoitzer into his new garden and house this morning, and there was some flappy plastic in there, and I promptly lost him, and he's decided to head down the road. So he's going to come out in the orchard with little jubbers today. You're a cheeky boy. Here's life in the old dog yet, isn't there, Hoitze? You just wanted the green stuff, didn't you, Hoitze? But your little buddy's on his way. We've all arrived in Grange. Nice little family outing, but we've got an extra person today. We've got Evie, who's one of Bailey's very best friends from school, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are actually, have you subscribed to our channel?
I have actually.
Oh, well done. That is impressive. But we've all come along to see him in 6. So, are we very excited?
I'm really excited.
We get to see him in a dress. And if we're lucky, I might be able to share a picture of him on here. But unfortunately, we're not allowed to film any of the show. So yeah, sadly, I can't share it with you.
No, you're not.
I am. So, final performance. How'd it go?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. You can also get a special guest on camera.
I know, we've already had Evie on camera.
Filmed without you. You filmed all the way in here.
So what did you love about the show most?
The choreo. I love the choreography and the dancing.
Yeah?
What did you love?
I love the...
Well, I'm very proud of you, and I
Thumbs
just,
up.
yeah. So what's the next show?
7.
7.
7.
There's no such thing as a 7.
Well, I'm making 7.
Oh, are you? You're going to write your
Why do you
own
make it 6
stage?
and a half?
No, I made 6 3/4.
What about 6 and a quarter?
Yeah.
So did you do your own makeup after
No,
your makeup
no.
lesson? No?
Unfortunately not.
Oh.
Because I still don't have the products.
Ubers just said goodbye to his visitors in the friendship barn, and they had an absolutely lovely time with him. They said he was falling asleep. He's wondering where they've gone now. They've gone round the corner, sweetheart. But he looked super pretty. And what a great job Frey's done on his legs, tidying them up. He looks so handsome. Eh? He's a good boy. Ready to go back down and boss your boys. Well, it's been a bit drizzly today. Easter Monday. Bailey and I popped out for a few hours, left lovely Lisa in charge. Although I think there was a bit of a accident in Lisa's laundry. It involved lots of bubbles. But I'm sure that she's got it sorted out. But Annie told me that the midges were coming out, and she was very, very itchy and not happy at all. So she was babysitting Nero today. She'd scratched her bottom silly. She was beside herself, so she had to come out. We had to give her a nice clean up with some nice anti-itch shampoo. And she's got her summer rug on now. which keeps away those horrible bugs that make her quite so itchy. Little floppy doos over there was having a good old chat with Uber, Frey's weirdo, who was in for a session in the Friendship Barn today with a lovely couple who last time they came, she was celebrating, Victoria, she was celebrating her 30th birthday, and she spent a night with Hidda in stable stays. Good morning, everyone. I hope you've all had a lovely Easter weekend and that the Easter Bunny was kind to you and you ate lots and lots of chocolate. It was peaceful on the farm, but now we're back to a normal work day. There's things going on. So we've got a concrete wagon in the background there, delivering more concrete footings for the shipping. But the girls, Yodel and Spesh, who are still in fat camp, up here on the hill, are tucking into their breakfast, completely unaware of all the noise down there. We got quite a foggy day at the moment, but it looks like that sun is doing its best to burn through all of it, and hopefully we'll have some blue skies and sunshine later. I thought someone was stealing my tractor this morning because I could hear it, but I couldn't see it in the fog. Turns out Michael was moving our muck trailer because we need to get a big concrete wagon down there later today. At least it's closer to the barn for mucking out now. She's very disappointed in me now because I've just propped this gate up, which needs hanging back on its hinges, which have become a little bit wobbly. So it's another Vince job. But we're trying to protect this field, Annie, because it's where Hoitzer and Jubbers are going to go from their own little house and garden. They'll have access up into here, so there needs to be a little bit tasty grass for them. And you've got the rest of the yard and the farm to go and explore. Are you looking forward to going back to school?
No.
Are you not?
No.
What's in your big bag?
I'm gonna make a joke, but you won't put it on YouTube. Food. I have an exam for cooking today.
I know, that's a nice thing to go back to.
Yeah.
But you're doing your halloumi dish, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, good luck.
My salmon dish.
Oh, that's fine.
I know. But
Get lots of pictures for me.
I'll try.
Cool. Okay, enjoy.
I won't.
Your hair looks beautiful this morning.
It really doesn't.
It does.
Don't tell lies, Mother.
Always a beautiful sight. Hey, Hoitze. You ready for breakfast? Are you going to share with the little guy? I think Inna must have heard me coming. You gorgeous girl. Are you going to come in for a wound clean-up? Little Dowdle's going to be the first to see Rachel today. So we're just doing a few morning stretches. She's got the usual tightness in the right side of her neck. So I'm going to see what Rachel thinks and see whether there's any other exercises that we could be doing aside from what we do at Mel's every week that might help. And it's all up in this area here, and this is always been a problem for her. She has a very loose, what's called a nuchal ligament that runs along the top here, but she just gets particularly tight in this right side. We've had little skinny Innie in today, and Diane's just about to take her back down to the field so that she can go and run around a little bit more. But she's had her wound cleaned up. She's had a quick chat to Rachel, who's back today. It's been a while since we've seen Rachel. And she's starting on Dow here, although Hidda's come to supervise as well. Hidda, we might have to move you out the way because you can't be disturbing Doutzen's session. But we'll get Rachel to tell you more about what she's doing with Doutzen once she's done. And then we've got the rainbow boy over here, who's just been kicking on the gate and fidgeting in his turnout where he was with Uncle Hidda. So we're just going to have a little bit of a clean up with him before he sees Rachel.
Don't think it was me, because
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. So Rachel's going to let us know what she's done with Doutzen now. I like putting you on the spot.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so when we first assessed her, we know she's got restrictions in her neck. And so we checked her head. She had limited lateral glide, so the left side of her jaw didn't go to the outside very much. It was always shifting to the right. So
okay.
this jaw was restricted through this motion out here. And this one was fine.
So does that suggest that she needs...
She's having dental tomorrow.
I didn't have her on the list for tomorrow because she's an annual one. But
Right.
But we can have
I think it would be worth having a look. I think because the restrictions in the neck will affect the whole jaw movement anyway.
Right.
You know, she's tight through her neck,
Yeah.
it will just make everything tight. So if you can, I think it would be worth
having
her checked at least. I mean, it might just go, no, it's fine.
Right.
But it might be worth it.
So if I say to him in the lane...
Yeah, just say she had reduced range of motion on the left side. So that can happen if the wearing happens with the teeth aren't even.
Okay.
And it can be, there might be too much of a slope on the teeth.
Oh yeah, so they need
so it kind of gets stuck. You know, when you kind of crossing the lower jaw when doing this, like going left and right.
Yeah.
When we go left, it's getting stuck because the teeth is too much of an angle.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it does. It
does. I mean, it might not be that. It could be from tension from the neck. But it's worth getting to have a check in case that is it. So mainly what I've done today is I've just really focused on her neck, the soft tissue, the nuchal ligament and the fascia in the neck. Kind of left the back end because, to be fair, she felt good. There's not tight like she was last time. And I think whole exercises that you can do that raise the hind leg off the ground, that's going to be really beneficial.
Yeah.
But I think today it was like, let's release the tension then.
So what did you find?
So
what do you feel up there?
All the muscle and the fat is just so tight over the vertebra and the ligament. You know the nuchal ligament of the on the neck. So every time she moves the neck, it's like twang, 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 and it's not in one place. It's quite a few vertebrae that does it. It also does it when I was doing some whole release work with the before, like you know how I've said there's been autopsies and stuff shown in like common, like more modern breeding horses that the nuchal ligament isn't got the greatest attachments to the vertebra. And you're getting a lot of this twanging of the nuchal ligament, either the attachments aren't there or they've broke off. So sometimes so you've got your nuchal ligament, then you've got your attachments that come down to each vertebra. Apart from the first one, but the second, third you do. So you have the nuchal ligament here, and then you have attachments that go from C2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, in modern horses, we've bred more for movement rather than stability.
Yeah.
And you can't have both at the same time. So we've bred for like hyperflexion and mobility, but that has then the finding there's no attachments to the lower vertebra from the nuchal ligament. I know, it's horrendous.
Wow, and they're only finding that out through autopsies?
Pretty much, yeah. It's been theories of some body workers, but as I follow a lady that does autopsies, dissections, she's found that as well. But in the top, so you get this. Well,
So that twanging, well, it is like a twang, and definitely with Nero, that's what he's got. He's got a big twanging. So is that twanging because it's not attached at all?
It can be that it's not attached, or it's like holy.
Right.
So it's not healthy, basically.
Yeah.
And therefore, instead of like being stable when they're moving, it's just like this nuchal ligament flipping over the neck.
That must really irritate them.
Yes, it can be painful.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing with him. So what can you do? Is there anything that can be done to support it?
Yeah. So the main thing we need to do, and I think it's more important with her, is the fact because she's got a lordotic spine. So what you can do is create more strength in the core muscles.
Oh, okay.
So she's a bit got an arched back and her head's up. That's like a natural, normal fight-flight position. That's like a natural position for a horse. But what happens is then we ask them to work. If we don't strengthen the core and raise the back up, they don't come up through the withers.
Yeah. And then they're relying on their neck.
Yeah.
As part of their balance.
This muscle, this brachiosphalicus muscle, this is again like a fight and flight muscle. That's the one that kicks off. Is always switched on.
Okay.
And really, we want, if this was raised, then her neck would come down.
Yeah.
This would switch off.
And
she'd be stronger through this muscle.
Yeah, and that's the thing. She comes down, but then she's blocked up there.
I wonder whether it's because the muscles have then had to strengthen and get a bit more solid because she doesn't have the strongest attachments to the nuchal ligament.
Right, okay. Yeah, it does.
So with her, if you strengthen the core, and then these muscles in here behind the facet sling can get stronger. Because
those muscles
takes the heat off the brachiosphalicus, which won't need to be as overdeveloped and stuck.
Yeah.
Because she's not relying on this area to hold herself up.
And that's where doing the raised poles will help, because I notice now when I get on her, because I don't get on her as much, she's lost all this muscle from here because she used to have a lot more there, and I didn't know whether that was because I was doing more groundwork with her now, because she's stronger through most of her body, but then she's lost the muscle in that area that when I was riding her she had.
But I think the core strength, because by the nature of lifting her belly up, her neck will she'll rise up between her withers rather than sink down, and stronger, and she can carry her own neck a bit better, take the pressure off this neck muscle here.
It's strange because, as I say, I think, you know, when she works, she does work with her head and her neck low down. So it's...
I know, so it's
yeah.
But is it...
You're a bit odd, Doutzen.
Unless it looks like she's doing what she should do.
But she's actually not, and she's always been very subtly evasive.
Lowering her neck and bending, but maybe not bringing her back.
Definitely on the right rein, she doesn't bring her back up as much, but on the left rein, she carries herself in quite good self-carriage. Okay. So what's the forelock exercise that I could do with her?
Yeah, so it's a really nice one. They love it. You can do it with anything. So I just hold it.
Do you want a block? Oh, you've got your block. I love all these exercises that you give us, because it's something that any of us can
Yeah, they're dead
do.
easy. That's
Yeah.
why I like giving them, because they're just, even if they don't do anything, well, they don't do anything, they really help.
Yeah.
They never,
Yeah, well, just doing a couple of their exercises while they're stood here being tidied up is...
yeah, definitely. So literally I just hold it, and then I just put the tiniest bit of traction with my hand, that's it.
Okay.
So,
And are you looking again for her eyes to do what they're doing now? Or are you looking for any kind of signal?
I can feel the difference.
Right,
but I
okay.
don't expect you to feel the difference.
So are you feeling for that tension to go?
Yes.
So you're holding it quite gently,
So I'm
and then
holding it
you're
really
waiting for
gently.
that release of the pressure.
And then also what I can feel is I can feel when the tissue needs to move.
Yeah.
So for example, before I was doing it, and I was doing it in like a figure of 8.
Yeah.
So getting more mobility through that fascia up here. So behind the forelocks,
The fringe.
behind the fringe, where it's attaching, about the back of the head here.
Yeah.
And that's where the nuchal ligament attaches.
Yeah.
So, and also between the back of the head and the first vertebra, there's like a gap of no protection, which is pretty much just under the.
Your headpiece.
And it's just got your layers of myofascia, bit of muscle at the top, so there's no bony bit that's protecting that area.
Okay.
So it's subject to a lot of trauma from pullbacks.
Yeah.
But also
which is what she does a lot.
Yeah, which really won't help that ligament.
No.
That's a major cause of the snapping of the ligament
Right.
in other horses.
It's always been her thing is
Yeah.
to put her head up in the air and snatch
So she's
back.
my worst enemy, really.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
But
that's going to help.
yeah, so sorry, so on a tangent. So that little area under the headpiece that's like it's just soft tissue is subject to then stress and tension.
Okay.
So this is helping relieve it and soften the area.
Okay.
Which will then take the pressure off, at least the attachment of the nuchal ligament, and then it kind of just radiates down.
Right, okay.
Anyway.
Well, that's another exercise we can
Yeah.
add to your various
I mean,
ones.
you can hold it and do little circles. Kind of always say hold them as if you were holding like a baby's hand.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so gentle.
Yeah.
Grab it. But you can certainly do little circles. But she'll tell you what she wants.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
but
cool.
that's a really nice. She really likes that. In fact, most of them do, but she really likes it.
Yeah.
As soon as I did it, she dropped her head.
Oh, damn. Should we do that when you're eating your breakfast in the morning?
Yeah.
This is how itchy Annie is. It's lucky there's not conkers on there this time of year. Otherwise they'd be falling off and hitting you on the head. You look very pretty under there, Annie, but I'd rather that you don't knock the tree down. I'm amazed you can do that without falling over.
It just shows how supple she is, doesn't it?
And you're supple. Sorry. You're about as supple as me, Anya. She's like, scratch me, mother. Scratch me. Oh, there we go. There we go. You are funny. Nero had his groom, did a little bit of groundwork. Now he's desperate for some green stuff. So you're having a bit of time with your Uncle Hidda in here. You can have a chat to Micah. Do you like Mai? Mai's not really fast. I'd go back to the grass. It's probably your best bet. And then once Iceman has had his session, Nero will have a bit of time with Rachel. And the reason I've just plaited his mane back is just so that she can see a little bit clearer where that movement is in the top part of his neck. Although I'm sure she'd feel it. She doesn't need to be able to see it. Oh, you gotta love Annie. You see, tomorrow's as bad as me encouraging her. Don't know what she's getting, probably apples. I don't think Woody's terribly impressed though. But Annie's not fazed by Woody at all. Don't say Woody come tomorrow, because otherwise Annie will be in there any second. Are you trimming everything, Nero? Come on, it's your turn for Rachel now. Hida, you can go free rein again. Well, that's one less thing to trim, isn't it, Nero? Is that tasty? Bailey's back from school. How did it go?
Really well. I had my first exam. I had my first exam today, which is my food studies exam.
Yeah.
Well, not my first exam, just an exam.
Yeah.
And it went really well. I got 100 for what I could get.
Well, you didn't, but there was a bit of paper that you'd lost, which did knock your marks down.
33 of my marks.
But it doesn't matter, because apparently what did they say about yours?
It was the best in the class.
Oh, you should be very proud of yourself.
I am.
And it's not about the score that you get. It's
More
just
impressive that I made most of it in the class, because I made up the guacamole recipe in the class, and I also made up all the nachos in the class, because originally I was going to do tortilla chips, but then I did a base layer of guacamole, tortillas, salsa, tortillas, sour cream, tortillas, melted cheese, and jalapenos.
How did it taste?
Amazing.
Well, that's all that matters.
I know, and now I have and I also have a side salad, which is...
Wonderful. So are you going to feed us all tonight?
No, I've done enough cooking for the day.
Oh, okay. Fine. I'll cook dinner then.
Love you.
We've got Jamie here at the moment from Lingwood Park, and he does an awful lot of decking. Chris put him in touch with us. Now, I know lots of people have joked about us creating a decking, or maybe not joked, about us having a decking using all the old pallets that Tamara was burning. Now, I'm more than humbled to say that one of our very, very kind anonymous donors has suggested that we should really look at getting a proper decking put round the lodge. So Jamie has very kindly come along to have a look at the area and see what's possible. So we're looking at putting something out the front here. We do still need to get a shed in place for a washing machine and dryer and a boot store. But of course, we didn't really think of that to start with. So we have this whole wall that's rather slightly in the way. So it looks like we're going to have to get Tony back in to get this wall taken down. But Jamie has very kindly said that he should be able to get this done and dusted for us within the next month or so, month or two, which means that we'll be able to chat to Annie on the balcony, have a little bit of garden furniture out there and enjoy those summer evenings with the beautiful view and the horses coming to visit. So we are very, very lucky. We are thoroughly spoilt. But obviously we'll keep you all posted on how the progress goes, and once we've worked out the actual logistics of the area, which, you know, we always know that nothing's straightforward and easy here, but it makes you appreciate it even more once it's done. Good evening. I'm here with little Yodel, or Big Yodel, and I suddenly realised that in my weekly review I talked about things going on this week, but I forgot to mention the raffle. So we've got that fabulous, sorry, that's one of my favourite words, I should stop saying it, that fabulous, I can't help myself, Black Horse sculpture raffle that's running, that Jen Pemberton very kindly donated all those beautiful pieces. And we've got the jewellery raffle as well. So they've both been running for 2 weeks now, and it's the last day tomorrow. I don't know where the time goes. So you've got until 4 o'clock tomorrow to get your tickets bought, to be in with a chance of winning one of those pieces. And we will bring you alive at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, where we'll find out who all the lucky winners are. So it's not going to be just one winner this time. There's going to be a few of you. So we'll see you then. Tamara,
Sorry.
why would Annie be at the door asking for something?
She wants to play with Woody.
Do you think that's what it is? I think Woody wants to play with
Or
her.
it could be the apple I gave her earlier.
Oh, did you give her a treat earlier by any chance?
I did, but I'm not really inclined to give her another one.
Oh, Annie, darling, I'll get you one. I think I've got a radish. You could have a radish, maybe.
Radish?
I don't know where the bag of treats went. Oh,
I found them.
there. Oh,
Okay.
look, her little nostrils are going. She says, Tamara, give me treats.
Are we starting a really bad habit, Annie?
No, it's a very good habit, isn't it, Annie?
Right. No more.
Really?
All gone.
No more?
All gone.
Or she'll get cross with you now.
All gone.
Oh, Annie.
You need to be nice to me if I'm going to give you treats at the door.
Do you want to come sit on the sofa? Oh, she would love to come sit on the sofa.
Do you remember the last time you bought...
JB into the house?
Yes, and I was ill upstairs for the week, and you decided to bring JB into the kitchen, and he messed in the kitchen.
Yeah, that was in the pandemic, wasn't it?
I wasn't impressed.
No, I know, but do you know what? Ever since he's done stable stays, he never ever poos in the living side. He doesn't, because he uses the bed as a litter tray. Oh,
You're going to give Annie a kiss, Woody?
I think Woody's less than impressed. Is she splitting her loyalties?
Yeah, she says,
She's like, I'm bored now. It's usually at this time of day where her and Hida venture up to the top field. But this is a nice little stop on the way, isn't it, Annie?
Good boy.
Hey.
Good boy. That's it. Good boy.
See, Woody? She can love you both. Hida heard what was going on. Yeah, as soon as she hears the crackle. See, this is a very bad thing. We shouldn't be doing
It's a
this.
bad thing.
Yeah,
We're setting a precedent.
yeah.
It's not good.
But it's really cool at the same time.
But it's cool if Annie wants to eat Woody's meaty cheese.
No, don't give her meaty chews. Oh, floppy do.
You don't want it either, Floppy. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, this is better than any safari, isn't it? Okay, enough of the treats now, you two.
All gone.
Go on, go off on your nighttime adventures around the fields.
Could you please go and eat some of the brambles like Prince does?
Yeah.
Prince has impressed me. Woody? No. Prince eats all the brambles. I'd like you both to eat the brambles, please.
No, she says I'll trample on them, but I won't eat them.
Good night.
Are you off now?
Night night.
Off on your nighttime adventures. They spend their days sleeping, and then they spend their nights wandering off round the fields and trumping. That's right, Hiddy, you push Annie on her way. Tell her which way to go. Hidda's been in bed in the stable, hence why he's got all the shavings over him. Looks like Prince is on his way now as well. But it's often at this time of the evening that the three of them come up here. And they actually just go off into the field. But it's really lovely that they've come and chatted first.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face. Feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every breath I take, I'm grateful you are near. So grateful, yeah. Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears. Thank you for the moments that